Hi children, today we are going to learn Science and Technology Standard 10 Part 1. That means Science 1. Now first we are going to start the topic second chapter, that is a periodic classification of elements. We are going to start this chapter because you are aware of regarding the elements you studied in 8th standard as well as ninth standard. So in this chapter we are going to learn the topic elements and their classification. Next part, Dobe-Reiner triads. Now in your here is a given in your textbook. Can you recall? First question, what are the types of a matter? So there are the three types of a matter: solid, liquid and gaseous states. Now come to the second question, what are the types of the elements? So elements are the mainly classified as the metals and the non-metals. Metals example are the silver and gold. Non-metals are gaseous, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon. Some elements are showing the property of metals as well as non-metals, that is known as metalloids. So for the example, arsenic and the mercury. Now come to the third question. Third question is what? What are the smallest particles of a matter called? So the smallest particle of a matter called the atom. Fourth question, what is the difference between the molecules of element and the compounds? So difference between the molecule of a element and the molecule of a compound. In the molecule of a element, the atoms are the same kind. Same kind means what? One type, one kind. And the molecule of a compound is a what? The elements are the different kind. Different kind means they are made up of two or more elements. Now second point, the molecule of elements, they are got it in a free state as well as combined state. But in molecule of a compound, they are the got it only combined state. In the first molecule of a elements are atoms are same, and in the molecule of a compound atoms are different. For the example, molecule of a element is a what? Oxygen plus oxygen, that is a what? O2. So here two oxygen atom is a combined. Now molecule of a compound is a what? Example of a water, that is a H2 and O, that means oxygen attached with the two hydrogen atom. So here are the what? This is an example of a molecule of a compound. Now come to the classification of elements. Some important point. First is we have learned in the previous standard all the atoms of an element are of only one type. Now in the whole universe we know how many elements are there? 118 elements. Now in the year 1800 there are only 30 elements were known. Now more number of elements were discovered in the course of time. More and the more information about the properties of these elements was gathered. That means there are the scientists, they are gathering the more and the more information. A scientist started study the pattern, if any, in the vast information about them. We know the classification of elements were classified into group of metal and the non-metals, and the some elements are shown the property of both elements and non-metals, that is known as metalloids. Now the properties went on the increasing. Different scientists started trying out the different method of a classification. So like an example, Dobereiner given the Dobereiner triads, Newland given the Newland octave rule, Mendeleev's given the his law, that is known as a Mendeleev's law. Now, first we discuss about the Dobereiner triads. First, try to understand what is the mean by triads. Triads means what? Three. So, Dobereiner in the year 1817, he was the German scientist. What he suggested? He suggested the properties of elements are related to the atomic masses. What he did? He made a group of three elements, each having the similar chemical properties, and call them triads. What he did, he arranged the three elements in the triad in the increasing order of atomic mass. That means, what is the mean by increasing order of atomic mass? Example, three elements or four, five elements are there. Increasing order means what? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this way. So what he did, he arranged the three elements in the triad in the increasing order of atomic mass, and showed that atomic mass of a middle element was approximately equal to the mean of atomic masses of the other two elements. However, all the known elements could not be classified into the Dobereiner triads. That means here is a one limitation. Dobereiner triads, he not took the all the elements. Some elements are left. Now for the example, Dobereiner triads is a what? First group he took lithium, sodium and potassium. That means lithium atomic mass is a 6.9, and the potassium atomic mass is a what? 39.1. And here is a given what? Arithmetic mean. That means what? Divided by 2. Now if you add 6.9 and 39.1, what we will get? We will get the 46. 46 divided by 2, that is a 23. This is the actual atomic mass of a sodium, what given? 23. So this is a Dobereiner traits, and this is a what given? Actual mass of a sodium. Now for the, we have to see the third one. See, in the third one, what given? Chlorine, bromine and iodine. What is the atomic mass of a chlorine? 13.5. And that, what is the given? The iodine, that is a 126.9. If you add and divide by 2, you will get the atomic mass of a barium is a what? 81.2. What? By calculation we got the 81.2, and actual mass is the what? 79.9. So that means here is a given what? Approximately equal. That means what? It will come the near about. And if you want, you are able to do Dobereiner triads, so you will do it. The many examples are given here, so you can try to do it. That is a what? Your homework. Thank you very much.